How's everybody doing? My name is Alan Roberts. Marc will be here. Marc is here right goddamn now, as a matter of fact. There he is. Boom.
Right here. What's up,
good?
man?
What's good?
Oh man, it's Steelers. It's a big day for the Steelers, and they're not doing too well. They're down 21-7.
I haven't watched a football game in 4 years.
Yeah, but you're from Pittsburgh. I had to tell you.
You had to tell me. I couldn't even tell you. I have had so many people tell me that they think that's weird that I don't watch sports.
No, I wouldn't either if, one, I coach sports, right, and two, my kid, and I just love ball. Like, they could literally, like, I didn't like the whole kneeling thing, but, like, for me, it's just like, I just love, since I played it, I love sports. Right. That doesn't mean I love the athletes or their positions, right, but I love sports. I love ball. Like, I don't discriminate. I love all ball. I love football, baseball, basketball. I love when people do epic shit. Badminton, fucking pickleball.
So anything with balls.
Anything? No. But I like wrestling. I like any competitive. I'm a purist, man. I like competition, man. I like fucking people doing epic things.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like epic shit. I like people going hand in hand and fucking go. Fucking go. It's fucking hype, man. I get hype. Like, I get hype when I see people, like, push the limits of just humans, just what we could do. So awesome. How you been, brother?
I am outstanding. Besides, it has rained probably like 12 inches on my house today. You got snow.
No, it's snowing, bro. Like, there's nobody on the roads. It's crazy. My wife goes yesterday. She goes, we might get 1 to 3 inches tomorrow. And I said, well, if you're lucky, you might get 6 to 8 inches tomorrow. But
that's outstanding. That's a good lead-in.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm here all night.
Yeah, that's a good lead-in. That's a good lead-in. So
let's go.
I'm trying to stay focused.
Let's go.
So I recently saw an article on the Twitter sphere, X. I'm almost never going to call it X.
I hate X. It sounds like porn.
Not that, but like DMX is X. Malcolm X is X.
He's going to give it to you.
He's going to give it to you, yeah. But anyway, we're like all this tangents everywhere.
Oh, happy MLK Day, bro.
Oh, fuck. I forgot to send you a card for Martin Luther King Day.
It's my favorite day. I mean, look, man, I actually studied Martin Luther King in college. Yeah. MLK, the thing is, MLK was based.
Yeah, it was. For those of you that don't know, MLK would very likely be voting Republican if he was still alive.
Yeah.
But on a completely different note, like the thumbnail of the video, I would like for you and I would like for you and I to start to talk to people about how to avoid this incoming wave of heart failure. I've literally seen people say that scientists, quote unquote, are predicting a heart failure pandemic caused by.
I don't want to interrupt. Are these the same scientists who say that you can be healthy at any weight?
I believe there's some of the same scientists.
Oh, so they're the scientists.
They're the science. They're the science.
The
science. Trademark. But they're saying that and it's possible that it's this new variant of the vid that is going to cause a heart failure pandemic. I don't know how they could get so specific with heart failure pandemic, from the vid. From a cold. But these are the same people. These people go to such exhaustive lengths that they literally test their products on like 10 whole mice, bro.
That's more than I ever expected.
Yeah. 10 whole mice.
10 mice. Were they 10 blind mice?
I don't know.
Maybe after they took it.
And if they were, was it after? I just don't.
So like I was actually speaking. So I was on a small podcast today, and the guy had heart clotting issues from the actual, not from the therapeutic, but from the actual virus, which I think is very possible, because if you look at flu data, and if you look at actual studies on the flu, it can cause
Absolutely.
cardiac issues. So any viral infection can cause cardiac issues. So I do believe that the virus itself can cause tremendous issues with your heart, and I think it can last for months. Now, long video format, that
Yeah.
I believe, I'm not sure if that's a thing. And I've yet to see any tangible evidence and proof other than just this guy said it. But there's been no data, I believe, on this long video they keep talking about. Have you seen direct evidence? Am I the only one? Because I looked and all I saw is, well, this guy said it's long video. And it's like, wait a second. I would like some data to show that it's this. And I do understand the inflammation, but the problem is a lot of people who already got video, they also get the therapeutic, which completely eliminates the control group of if it's actually long video.
So the thing about it is all just like you said, very well said, by the way, all viral infections, especially upper respiratory infections, can have something to do, like it's upper respiratory, so therefore it can affect your heart, your cardiorespiratory health, you know? So, but I just wonder, like, if we're supposed to believe that all of a sudden it mutated to a deadlier version, because just everybody understands, evolutionarily speaking, that doesn't really happen with like most of the time viruses, when they mutate, it is for the biological advantage of still being able to live. Like they have, it's like the virus tries to survive. So that's why it'll get less deadly as it mutates into a variant, because it wants to stay alive, and it shows it has very little interest in killing the host, right?
Yep.
But I don't know how it was determined already. Like I think that's one of the biggest issues is, like, you and I have said for months now, we were way ahead of the curve on this. Like, you know, people are fucking dying. Like, there's the excess death in America and in some of these other countries is dramatic. I mean, I just showed this right here. I mean, this is a 50-year-old.
Back up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just said that. I was reading it while I was going to the bathroom, which is why I was a little bit late. Yeah, it was. So this guy, if you look at him, he's in phenomenal shape. Like phenomenal. Like this guy is in phenomenal shape. Like I'm talking like upper 0.5% of society.
Yeah.
And he's lean. He has evidently no comorbidities, and he supposedly died from video, but he also had the therapeutic and a bunch of boosters from the therapeutic. So that right there, no matter how you spin this, it doesn't look good for the therapeutic, which could be good, could be bad, because this guy actually did get it. And the whole message is it makes it, you can still get it, but it makes it less bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's dying is pretty much as bad as it can get. Like you can't get worse than dying unless it waterboards you first.
Yeah, that would suck.
That would be awesome to see.
Like a virus that all of a sudden learns how to waterboard people.
That would be like fucking evolution right there. That would kill every bit theory of Jesus Christ.
I'm letting my imagination run away with that, and that's fucking crazy.
Like a little virus, a little
jumps out and throws you to the table. So sorry. Anyway, we really should not be together without supervision.
Oh my God.
But like we've been saying for a while, like we should just study what the fuck's going on here. Like, why are people dying at such a high rate? Like, because I want people to understand this. Whether it's obesity, the vid treatment, like any of this stuff, people are just fucking dying. As a newsflash to everybody, like even 10 years ago, a healthy 50-year-old dying of a cold, people would have been like, what the fuck's going on? We have athletes dying of heart attack on camera.
Yeah.
That should be investigated, and I just think that the powers that be are so terrified to investigate this, to have it possibly even come close to pointing at the therapy, when it's admitted that the therapy can cause myocarditis, pericarditis, like all these things. It's completely admitted, right?
Yeah.
Especially in younger people. I just think it's kind of weird, but I thought that you and I could talk about like what people could do to help keep their heart healthy, to help survive the winter of death that is going to be the heart failure pandemic.
Wow, that really took a 360, 180, whatever.
Yeah.
It went like this. It was first you're gonna die from not getting this. Now you're just gonna die no matter what. But there's things we know we can do to put our now. Look, here's the thing: a lot of us in this chat right now have underlying congenital issues, and we will have premature heart attacks and probably die. That's just the God's honest truth. A lot of it's genetic, like cholesterol levels are genetic. At the end of the day, people die. A lot of us here, maybe me, maybe Alan, we have underlying conditions that are going to just kill us one day prematurely, and it's going to fucking suck. And that's something we need to get through our head. But the goal is to stave that off as long as possible.
Right.
And you know what? One day we're going to die. And it could be tomorrow. It could be today. It could be 50 years from now. So the number one thing, I think I'm going to steal Alan's thunder and he can steal something else, but it's obviously is controlling your weight, having a low percentage of body fat or a lower, within reason, and not being obese. Now, when I say obese, I think a lot of people misconstrue what Alan and I say in that when we say fat, we mean like a person who's not lean. We mean like a person who's, remember that picture of Tom Brady when it got out and they're like, oh my God, he's not shredded. He has a dad bod. Yeah. Okay, a lot of people are like, he's fat. No. Tom Brady is just in shape. He's not shredded. He's an athlete. Yeah. So it means for males, I'd say 20 to 25% body fat is not fat. That's not obese. That's just cushioned. That's not dangerously obese. That's fine. That's easy to keep. That's easy to upkeep. That's easy to maintain. And honestly, you have to exercise to be there. Like you're not going to maintain 20 to 25% at, just being, obese, being lazy and eating whatever you want. Very few people will be able to maintain that. You still have to exercise, still have to diet. So number one is don't be fat.
Right. I'm thinking it like, that's multiple fold. From what the stuff I've read, like not being fat, especially if you have a good waist to height ratio. Like if you worry more about your visceral fat than your subcutaneous fat, I think it's better. And if you want to worry about your visceral fat, you should obviously eliminate ultra processed foods and stuff like that.
Yep.
Supplementation wise, and this is since I'll steal Marc's thunder. But I'm actually not going to steal your thunder. I'm going to ask you about it because you'll explain it to everybody. Nattokinase. Let's talk about it.
A nattokinase is measured in things called FUs, and they're long words, hard to pronounce. Basically, that's how you measure the unclotting ability of that. So they come in 2,000 FUs per pill. The one at tigerfitness.com is Now Foods. We have stock right now, and it's 2,000 FUs. So generally speaking, I like 4,000 to 8,000 units a day split in 2 doses. That's 1 to 2 caps morning and night. And what that does, it's a completely benign, safe ingredient. Now, I would be careful about if you're on any blood thinners or anything else, but it has anti-clotting properties. So what happens is when you get a clot, it's there, it blocks things. The problem is when that clot releases, when it breaks free. And that's when stuff gets clogged. That's what killed my dad. So I think that when you look at something you could take daily that'll help you, and again, I don't make this. I've been sending, till we had stock, I've been sending people to Amazon. I don't care. Yeah. At the end of the day, I need to support my family. But number one thing is I can't support it if everybody dies. So I want you guys to live. I want you guys to prosper. Everybody in this, whether you took the therapeutic, whether you didn't, whether you've had video, whether you didn't have it, I need you to go ahead and get nattokinase. Of course, talk to your doctor if you want. Of course, I always recommend that. I have to. And a lot of people say 1 to 2 caps a day. I like actually bumping that up to 2 to 4 caps a day because as I read the data, it seems that the bigger the dose, the less the risk. And it doesn't seem like there's any negative. Obviously, I wouldn't go above that. That's where you might see some over thinning of the blood, where if you cut yourself, it's going to take you forever to clot. And then bleeding out, there's issues. So again, talk to your doctor, but I like nattokinase.
The thing about it is, from the data I've read on it too, it does help with because both the vid and the vid therapy, they both produce what's called a spike protein, and it does help remove that from your system. So I'm not saying that if you have if you are therapy injured, or if you, even if you just had COVID, I do think therapy injured. If you're therapy injured, or if you have, or if you've had COVID like multiple times, because you know nothing says safe and effective like multiply getting the virus that you're supposed to be protected from over and over again.
Oh my, that's so crazy. I got polio again last week. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
it's like, well, what about the remember their big argument? It's like, what, you think everybody should get polio? Well, when I took that therapeutic, well, I was actually a vaccine, I can say it. When I took the polio vaccine, I never thought to myself, it's totally normal to get polio right now. But hey, I can use my arm a little bit, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, this one's still good. I mean, like, but it's like, I don't know how we got there. Like, and we got there so fast, bro. Like, I've been looking back on the last 4 years. We got there so fast where people were just like, oh, okay, so I'm thankful. Like, I'm like, they're like, I've had COVID for like 4 days. It's been the worst 4 days of my life, but it could be so much worse. I'm so thankful for getting my 22nd booster. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you people? Anyway. We're talking about how to keep. We're talking about how to keep you motherfuckers healthy. Okay, so here's reality.
Yeah.
Don't be fat. Don't eat a bunch of ultra processed foods. If you're worried about your heart, stop fucking drinking alcohol right now. Like, I mean, like, if you're worried about your heart, the worst thing you could be doing is drinking alcohol. Stop drinking alcohol. Get on, like, whole foods as much as you can.
Yes.
Nattokinase, making sure you get plenty of hydration, sleep, stress relief. Turn the fucking TV off a little bit. But if we are really worried about people's health, we need to understand that, like, there's a lot going on right now. And just because they say that if they're predicting a wave of heart failure, that should be terrifying to everybody, because frankly, that's them almost trying to will that into happening. And I will argue this: it's already happening. They're just now talking about it. Like, we've been seeing people die of heart failure and heart attacks as young as like 12 years old. Like, 12-year-olds are not supposed to have heart attacks, people. Like, that's ridiculous. So the idea is just keep yourself as healthy as possible. It's how, like, Marc and I saw your video the other day, dude, about other fitness influencers not speaking up, and that made me very proud of you, because, like, we've been talking for years now. Like, everybody should just try to be as healthy as you can. If you actually want me personally to believe that you took the vid seriously, if you're one of those people, if you're still wearing a mask, if you're wearing a mask and you're fat right now,
oh my goodness, just go.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up. But you know what?
Fuck up.
But if you're doing it and you are already shutting, we're good. Like, I don't care. Like, if that's your thing, if you want to put a Band-Aid on your bullet wound, by all means, put a Band-Aid on your bullet wound. But it's not going to help you. It just isn't. Like, there's even your so the problem is, like, they'll be like, well, if it's an N95, it's like, yeah, if you know how to use it. Like, there's a lot of things in life that are awesome that I don't know how to use, so they're completely ineffective. If you do not know proper mask hygiene, you're making more problem than you're fixing, because you're making it where you're touching it, the bacteria, not only that, you're breathing in your own waste.
Yeah.
It's absurd. Like, so if you are washing your hands when you take on the mask, put on the mask, washing your hands when you take it off, if you're changing it out very frequently, I don't even know how, N95s, those got to be every hour or so, right? I don't even know,
Something like that. So it's like every hour to every hour or two, I believe.
People are wearing them for days.
Yeah, days and days and days. The thing is, too, they recently we were just talking about how there was a very serious, like, outbreak of pneumonia. I love how they called it an outbreak of pneumonia. And then when people pressed them on it, they were like, well, it's the flu and RSV and COVID and this and that. It's just because people's immune systems are weak from the last 4 years. Yeah, because we weakened them, because we fucking shoved everybody inside, put masks on them, and told them not to work out and eat fucking fast food. You know what I mean? It's my thing is this: if you want to, and pay attention, people, pay close attention, because here's about to be said something extremely true. That if anybody tells you this is untrue, I would meet them here. I don't care if they got a PhD or anything like that. You're going to catch a cold in your life. You're going to catch the flu. You're going to catch communicable diseases. Not only are you going to catch them, unless you have some sort of very serious immunodeficiency, you should want to. Like, you should want your body exposed. The idea is to get as minimally sick as possible. Like, especially if you could stay asymptomatic. people are asymptomatic normally because they have T cell immunity, which means they've had a variety of that virus or that bacteria before, so they develop an immunity to it, or a mild immunity to a type of stuff. Or their immune system is so strong that they just get minimally sick. That's where you want to be. When you get severely ill every single time you get a cold, like laid up in bed every time you get a cold, that is damaging to your system every single time. There's a difference between getting sick and catching a virus. There has been probably dozens of times in everybody's life that's listening right now where you have been actually sick. Like you have had either COVID or the flu or something like that, and you were just what's called asymptomatic. Asymptomatic means you have the virus, your body is building the immunity to it, but you are not symptomatic. Therefore, you are not contagious. That was one of the greatest lies told in 2020 is that there's such a thing as asymptomatic spread, right? So I think the biggest piece of advice Mark and I have for you is lead a healthy lifestyle and just try to be as healthy as possible. It will always be better than, being, fat or sickly or whatever, and then, trying to run from a cold and avoid it, not exposing your immune system to the environment, and then getting really, really sick. And of course, for heart issues, nattokinase, hydration, sleep, stress relief, all those things. All those good things. What other topics do we have to talk about today, man? There's a lot of crazy shit going on. Today's Iowa, too.
Remember when global warming was a thing?
Yeah.
And then I'll never forget it. I believe it was hold on. It was 2006 or 2007. 2007, I believe. And I remember it was global warming. What does YouTube stand on global warming? Because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. Can we talk about global warming on YouTube, or is it like the vid?
It might be like the vid now because they're going to try to close us down for this. So let's just say
I want to preface everything I say. Who do we agree with? The WEF? I mean, I don't know who's in charge of this. Like, is this the WEF?
I would believe it would be the WF. Yeah, I would believe it would be the WF.
Yeah, I believe in, super villain looking fucking Nazis. Yeah. I like those guys. Anyway, so what's that guy, Klaus Schwab?
It seriously looks like a dimension where the Bond universe is real and Austin Powers is real. It looks like those two universes merged. That's what the WF looks like.
It's like they're trolling us and seeing if anybody calls them on it, right?
Yeah.
So when I remember that year, and it was like everything was global warming because we had a hot summer the year before.
Yeah.
Global warming. And before that, I'm old enough to remember acid rain. I literally thought as a kid that rain would come out of the sky and melt my fucking skin. Then there was the ozone layer. Where the fuck did that go? Where bitches were getting rid of their Aquanet fucking hairspray.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, all the Latinas. So I lived in the hood, right? All the Latinas were like, they would use so much. They'd use a bottle a day because they're fucking bangs. You remember the bangs and the glamour shots in the mall? The glamour shots where they'd look nothing. It was the OG IG filter. Like these bitches would look amazing. Skin would be clear. It was amazing. And then you'd see them in person. It's all like fucking pimples and my God. But glamour shots. And before then, guys, it was global cooling.
Yeah.
Global cooling. So anyway, so it was that year, and I'll never forget because I drove to Gold's Gym in Burlington, North Carolina, where I lived, and it was fucking covered in snow. It was North Carolina, not exactly known for its snow. It's it's like right next to Florida.
Yeah.
Like right next to fucking Florida. And I'm like, oh shit. And I remember that day. I'll never forget. All of a sudden, it went from fucking global warming to fucking climate change.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we don't know. Like, so my favorite, Alan, I was thinking about this morning. My favorite is when they're like, this is the coldest day this is the hottest day since 1906. I'm like, cool. What the fuck happened in 1906?
Yeah.
Why was it that hot in 1906? Like, it's already been there before. It feels like 10 degrees. It was already there before.
It totally blows the argument out of the fucking water. It totally blows the argument out of the water. I absolutely fucking laugh every time. Not to mention that, but somebody point out, nature isn't political because global warming is a thing. It's not. The climate changing is a thing, and it's going to constantly change because, that's what the planet does. And while we are putting carbon into the atmosphere, it's not carbon based. people, it's so stupid. Like people realize plants use carbon, right, to make oxygen. Like it's such a weird thing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but it's been raining. We got something like over a foot of rain today.
Oh my God, we're up to, I think we're at 6 inches of snow, and it's pretty awesome because I have 4-wheel drive, so I'm the only one on the road going to the gym. But I'm one of those guys where you have to look at why they're doing it. And by the way, why does everyone who believe in climate change also believe in Gaza, are pro-Hamas, love the Ukraine, and wear masks? Why is that?
It's like it's very what does they call it? Oh, intersectional is what they call it. Yeah, they call it intersectional.
So here's my thing too. Like they're talking about because of this, they want to block the sun. I can't see anything that can go wrong with that. Crop dying, vitamin D deficiencies, cancer rates, obesity, thyroid. I mean, people are going to fucking die en masse. Vitamin D is oh my God, that's why. Vitamin D is the reason that video went through the roof.
Yep. The fucked up thing is, I've seen that movie. I've seen the movie where we block out the sun. It doesn't turn out well for the humans. Well, yeah, it's The Matrix.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the Matrix. They blocked out the sun.
That can't be good.
That can't be good. And you
can't block out the sun.
And Elon Musk is creating Terminators right now. You know, I bet you he's got a fully functional
thing that goes in your head.
Yeah, I bet you he's got a fully functional one. I bet you he's got a fully functional Terminator. And he's probably hooked up to it.
He's probably got the dopest sex toys and like sex dolls. Like he has a sex doll that's actually better than a female. I mean, it probably cooks and cleans.
That's probably true.
I guarantee that guy's got like are you willing to bet against Elon Musk having a dope ass sex doll?
No, I'd imagine that Elon Musk has it's not really a sex doll though. It's a sex synthoid android. So,
yes, which is what we all need.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's crazy that how does nobody see this like we see it? Because the whole climate change thing, if you simply lived, can you believe the same people were like global? Can you imagine the mental gymnastics to go from global cooling to go to ozone layer to acid rain? I swear to God, Alan, I thought rain was going to melt my goddamn skin.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too. I was terrified. I remember being afraid to go outside because, like,
yes,
oh my God, I don't want the rain to get on me. Oh, people don't understand. That's why these young people who are all up in arms about climate change. I've been told, like, the world should have ended for me 25 years ago. We should have all be underwater by now. I mean, we should all be underwater. I don't even understand.
Obama's buying fucking beachfront property and at the same time backing causes that claim that Florida's going to be underwater and California's going to be underwater. It's like, maybe California, that might be a great thing.
I mean, the crypt keeper, the Nancy Pelosi bitch, she just bought a oceanside mansion right down here in Florida. Like, she does not care.
Florida, but does that mean she's a Nazi now? Because that's where all the Nazis live.
That's not where all of us live. It's just where some of us live.
Oh, yeah. That's actually where you live.
We got networks. No, I'm just joking.
My God. Hey, I would join that network. I'd be like, every good anti-Jew organization needs a Jewish lawyer.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Come on, they're smart enough. That's why they hate the Jews, the power. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna just switch teams. You know, it's like Aaron Rodgers if he went to the Bears. Same thing. Exactly the same thing. I like when people say like your analogy is extreme. And I'm like, what do you mean? That is exactly the analogy equivalence that we want for this situation.
Yeah, exactly. I like extreme analogies because oftentimes I want to make sure people understand the gravity of the situation, you know? And like if you would all of a sudden start working for an anti-Jewish organization, I would hope that you would be getting paid like a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Hey,
like,
dude, we got to get this guy on. Can he sign on? I would love to have this conversation now.
Scientists.
Do we want to take it there?
Sure.
But
give me a second.
So here's the thing. What about Pangea?
Yeah.
Like, what about Pangea? Let's talk lifting. No, climate change is not politics. That's science.
Yeah. So here's the real thing. If you want to join us live, you have to come on with your video on. You can't be like disguising yourself.
Do you think he has a less impressive? Do you think he has a less impressive sex doll than Elon?
Let's talk lifting. Fuck politics.
Wait, hold on. Whoa, oh, he must be from my channel. Yeah, Alan doesn't really talk lifting. That's me.
No.
Yeah, Alan talks societal stuff and fat people.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm more of the lifting guy, but we come together to have this podcast, and it's only on my live. I like when people comment on my channel, like, "Oh, another guy goes and like the Hodge twins," right? I'm like, dude, I've literally we've been doing these for years now, and it's only live. Like, it's only on my live. It's like it's streaming. It's like, yeah, but the Tiger Fitness content is all fitness. It's all fitness. But when we go live, we just let loose and talk and have fun. And I think it's good to see that side of that I can talk about other things and have fun and we can have a dialogue. Like Timcast, his IRL, they'll talk about everything in IRL, but his actual articles are all like politics. What he reads on his... So, I mean, yeah, we like having fun here. He's cooking eggs for tomorrow.
But the thing is, in reality... I'm finding it when people are like, just stick to fitness. That's not really possible anymore. They've made it so it's not really a possibility, because public fitness is public health. Public health is tied to our freedom now. I will argue this till the cows come home. It used to be like, my health is none of anybody's business. Well, societal shared burden and the fact that we closed the fucking world down because people were so sick, it's now everybody's business. So, I argue that, people that avoid talking about politics of this, when the politics has been stay in, don't take vitamin D, don't work out, eat junk food, take experimental therapies, and now society has to bear the brunt of this, I'm going to argue that fitness and politics cannot be, you cannot be exclusive. It cannot be one, because the politics of the world is causing poor fitness. You get what I'm saying? Well,
also, I mean, look at Bradley Martin, okay?
Yeah.
Guy's just mind his own fucking business, being all huge and jacked and shit, looking all good, fucking dominating life, has his gym in LA, crushing it. All of a sudden, the government says, we're shutting down your gym because of pandemic.
Yeah.
Bradley Martin did not ask to be political. So the thing is, if we have to explore these issues, because unfortunately in America, we can't just mind our own business anymore. Because I'm driving to work one day, I'm not saying this happened, say I'm driving to work one day and they shut down the freeway because they don't like Israel. All of a sudden, I'm thrust into politics. They brought this fight to us. I just wanted to shut my mouth, sell supplements, and lift weights, and work, and work, and work, and work.
Yep.
And instead... everything I do when I want you to go back to old videos on this channel. I want you to go back to 2014, 2013, 2012. And I'm literally just talking about eating food, lifting, and competing. And people be in the comments section asking my opinion on politics, asking about this, asking about that. And I'm like, well, I don't care. And then you get a point where it's like, if you don't have an opinion, you're automatically guilty. Hey, I've had this the other day. Someone's like, also, what do you think about Israel and Palestine? That seems to be the button people want to push lately. Yeah. And I'm like, honestly, I live in America, so they should handle their own business. Oh, so you think Israel should continue to massacre kids? I'm like, I think that we should focus on the $33 trillion in debt and the crises we have going on in my own country. Oh, so you just don't, it's like, okay. So now you want to go there. It's like there's no escaping it, because if you're in the public eye, remember the BLM thing? So here's what we did. Let me tell you. You remember this story. So, and I regret this, okay? I regret posting it. So anyway, when they were posting the black squares, I woke up in the morning and I'm like, normal day for me. No one's protesting in fucking Brentwood. Yep. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I wake up and I see these fucking black squares. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Is my phone glitching? And so anyway, I look, and Sean and Mike, my partners at Ambrosia, posted the black squares. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And so I'm thinking, I don't even know what these mean. So I look it up, and it's basically like, hey, we don't think you should kill black people. That's what I read it as, because I didn't even know BLM or what it meant. And I'm like, well, I get behind that. I don't like killing black people either. I don't think cops should kill black people. I don't think anyone should kill black people. So I'm like, first of all, how do you fucking make a black square? I had to figure that out. That was tougher than I thought.
Yeah, it is.
There's no button. So I put the black square up. And then I had one group like, what the fuck are you doing? The other group like, oh, you're one of us. And I'm like, I have no clue what I just did. So then Tiger Fitness, we couldn't decide. Obviously we don't want to get political or anything on Tiger Fitness. So I'm like, fuck, what do we? So our staff is like, Mark, what do we do? And I'm like, here's what you do. If someone gets mad at us not putting the X up or the black square up, just say that, oh, our CEO did it on behalf of the company. And so I'm like, but no one's going to care. It's a fucking company. People know that. Sure as shit, man. We got emails like, you guys are the fucking problem. You're racist. You want black people to die. And then every single time, Lacey, or they're like, hey, you know what? Our CEO, here's his page. He did it on behalf of Tiger Fitness. Okay, cool. It's like, but you have no choice but to make a stance. You have no choice but to pick teams. I found out that day that you have to choose sides.
Right. They're going to make everybody choose. I remember talking to people about this at the beginning.
Yes, silence is worse than doing. What is it? Your silence is deafening. It's like, shut the fuck up. I just want to fucking help people get lean and not die. And that's all. And I want to provide for my family and my employees' families. That's all I want to do. And they're like, you're a racist. And I'm like, no, we're fucking not. We're the least fucking thing from it. And it was just so frustrating, Alan, because I had no idea how to lead through that situation. I know what I do now. What I won't do is bend the fucking knee anymore.
No, fuck that.
I bent the fuck, but here's the thing. Do I regret it? I don't know, because Sean and Mike did it. So if I'm not doing it, I'm the only one, and I'm the only fucking, well, I guess I'm Jewish. If I'm white, if you can say, I'm the only white appearing guy in the company, right? Yeah. So like, you're the only fucking white guy. And you're coming out and you're like, at that point, if you didn't put the black square up, you're a racist.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't want to make that stance, I bent the knee. And even though I was doing it in solidarity with my partners, who I think at the time really believed the same thing I believed.
Yeah.
I think that in hindsight, which is always 2020, I would have been like, wait a second, guys. I'm not sure what this means. I don't want to put something up that I don't truly believe in. But I did it, and I feel like a bitch for doing it, but all we could do when we do things like that is never do it again.
Right.
And I will never bend the knee. I will never do anything to compromise my morals and integrities for a cause that I don't know anything about.
Right. I think that just in my conversation I had with Mike, with Rashid, I don't think he'd do that again.
No.
Because I think that whole the Black Lives Matter thing was a wake up call. They still try to bring it back though. Like this. Hang on, Jessica said this. Somebody asked me the other day if I liked African Americans, and I was like, well, I like Americans, most of them. Like I work, I mean, I don't give a fuck where they're like anything about that. Like it's this weird specific where they're trying to get you to be like first of all, the specificness of it, like it depends on the person. You guys realize that? Like I've met plenty of black people that were assholes, and I've met plenty of white people that were assholes, and everywhere in between. It's really the person. If you ask the question, do you like African Americans? That means like you have a blanket answer yourself, which means, frankly, you're pretty fucking stupid. But and
I don't see
racist.
color. I just don't see color. I don't. And I just don't care if people call me a racist for saying that.
I think you like everybody. Like we see that there's a physical difference. It's just. It's a physical difference in skin tone. It doesn't mean anything about the person.
But I see that just as I see like Adrian Nunez, our guy, like he trades with us. Like Adrian's 6'6".
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what race he is. I know that he's a little bit darker than me, but I don't know what his nationality is. But I see him. I see someone who I'm literally at eye level with his crotch. I see someone really tall. So I see that as an identifying feature, like I would see height. Or thickness or arm length or leg length or whatever.
Right.
I don't look at someone. I see a whole person. I see, oh, that's a tall person, or that's this. If I'm describing someone, I'm going to be like, yeah, it's the black guy. right there. It's the tall guy right there. I mean, but if there's two guys who are the same height, it's the black guy. I mean, because it's a description. I see it as a description.
Right.
It's
perfect.
really just melanin. It's
Yeah,
really just melanin. Melanin's bullshit. And they got it better than us anyway. They do not need to wear suntan lotion.
I don't wear suntan lotion, but anyway. Suntan lotion causes cancer, I think.
I got cancer from not wearing it.
Right, that's true.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I used to think health and fitness and politics were completely separate issues, but I'm finding myself at the intersection more and more often, especially since they made those BS fat discrimination laws. Let me tell you something, people. Any of the fitness people that are trying to stay out of it, they're going to make you choose.
Oh yeah.
Okay, like they're going to make you choose. Like the audience will not have it be not. We live in way too dichotomous of a society right now for there not to be a side. You should actually just be on the side of trying to help people get healthy, which means you have to admit that being fat is unhealthy, which means you have to admit that how we handled the pandemic was unhealthy, which means you have to it's just tumbled down. I don't know many fitness dudes that were like, oh my God, I need to wear a mask. I don't know many of them. I maybe one or two really weak-minded pussy ass bitches, but I'm sure V-Shreds wore a mask. But
he probably still wears one.
He probably still wears one
while sitting 6 feet apart from his girlfriend masturbating.
Yeah. Oh damn. But
that was the thing. Remember those? I could find one actually. Those were amazing.
Remember when they told people to wear masks and have sex? Like the BCC told people to wear masks to have sex?
Man, I just...
You're literally fucking. You are definitely exchanging bodily fluids, and you're worried about a cold. Like, I mean, weird ass motherfuckers.
I will risk a lot of things. Like, my wife can have fucking tuberculosis. I don't give a fuck. I'm going in.
Shit.
I'm going in. Yeah. I'm raw dogging it.
Yeah. No mask.
Oh no, man! Shit.
But they're gonna make you choose. Like they're just gonna make you choose, and it's gonna come up again. Like this all you fitness people that are gonna think you're gonna get out of 2024 without declaring who you're voting for, you're wrong. You're wrong. Neither side at this point is gonna let you get away with that shit.
Nope.
Like the Trump people are rabid. Like they are fucking rabid people. And the Biden people or the wokies they want to cancel everybody that's going to vote for Trump. You're not going to get away with not declaring who you're voting for in 2024, fitness people. You're just not. Get yourself.
Black don't crack. Black don't crack.
As a black man, our skin has a lot of benefits. I look young and haven't put on lotion years. Yeah, motherfucker. That's bullshit. That's all bullshit, by the way. Yeah, like
you got to get ashy.
It's so fucked up because here's why. I get pretty fucking dark. I really do. I get dark during the summer, and I still don't get the black skin benefits. That's fucked up to me.
Unfair.
But like, dude, like I'll meet people and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm your age." Like, shh, motherfucker, fuck you. Like, I fucking hate you.
Congo looks like he's 13.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He's like our age.
Yeah, He's our age. I guarantee this. You guys should look this guy up. I guarantee you he gets fucking carded places. Like he's got like the baby face and everything, man. He looks like he can't even grow a beard.
He's the most attractive man I know. Like I'm like, this guy is just like, he's got everything. Like he's Mr. Natural Olympia. He's jacked. He's lean. He's got a job we can't tell you about.
Yeah. And literally. He is him. Like,
yeah,
he's like,
I mean, dude, I hate, that's why people are racist, because of people like him, because he's so awesome.
See? Black don't crack. Black does not crack.
That's it. I'm joining the clan. I'm joining the clan right now.
Fuck that. I'm just identifying as black from now on. Like, maybe that'll help. Like, dude, if I fully believe it, like if I like put my heart into it, I bet you. Like, isn't that how it works? Like, if I identified as a woman right now, am I not a woman? Or are you a bigot?
There's one thing you need to do. X Beast needs to give you an N-word pass. If he gives you the pass, if he gives you the card,
if you give me the N-word pass, I'll give you the Cracker word pass. You can call me Cracker with the hard R.
Oh, hard R?
He can call me cracker with the hard R because cracker is just a term. Yeah. Cracker is a term of endearment. You know, cracker is an insult. You know, so. But yeah,
I don't know.
Dude,
do you have the authority to give that pass?
I don't even want that pass. Do I have the authority to give the Do I have the authority to give the cracker pass? Of course, I'm a cracker. I'm literally a Florida cracker. But I don't even want the N-word pass. I
don't want it. I'll pass on that pass.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
But I am gonna see if I can get one just in case one day I have the urge to sing along to DMX.
Yeah.
I'm actually that guy.
I'll buy you a white privilege card. Like they actually sell them. Like they actually sell them.
The Hodge twins were selling N-word cards, weren't they? Or black. Or
they were selling N-word cards, and then there's I forget his name, but he calls himself the black redneck. I forget his name. He sells white privilege cards. He's a fucking he's crazy.
Well, hey, you know who I told you I saw JP Sears, his comedy show this Friday.
Oh yeah, how was it?
He's really funny. It's not like a ha-ha funny. It's like just like his videos. I'd spit easily. Worth going. Hilarious. Yeah, Joel Patrick is the guy. Yeah, dude, but JP's funny. He's the guy who opened for him. I forgot who he was. He was phenomenal. But you can't beat Zany's is like $30.
That's
$30
awesome.
a person.
Love
it was amazing.
shows.
Love it, dude. And it's only 20 minutes. It's right in Nashville, right up the road. Oh, wait, here's our guy. Are you going on the same one?
Yeah. Cracker is racist, though. No, it's not. It's a Florida cracker. It's a term for a poor white person from Florida or Georgia. Look it up.
I would say it's racist if you want it to be.
Yeah.
Like kike, right? Kike is a really bad word.
Yeah.
See, I got the K word. I got the K pass. So like kike is bad, but for me, it's like it doesn't offend me because I don't care. Like I was just having the conversation about we were having the conversation about like transgenders, right? I think this was last time, and it's like if somebody came up to me and said, "Hi, ma'am," it'd be fucking hysterical because I know I'm a man. If someone misgendered me, it'd be funny because I have a penis and I've seen it, I've used it, it's been a part of me my whole life. But if I was uncertain about my penis and someone called me ma'am, I'd be upset and offended and misgendered. So the fact that you're offended means that you have low self-esteem.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it's going to be, go ahead.
To get to this guy's point, I didn't read the whole thing. He says, I've had that word used on me many times. People trying to start a fight. I didn't buy it though. Listen, here's what you do. You reclaim the word. That's why it's cracker. Like I'm having Marc print me up something that says where to do shirts that say token cracker on it. Because I'm the token cracker of the company. So I'm just going to sell token cracker shirts. Here's my thing. I wouldn't ever use the N-word, but I have this thing where I say there's a difference between crackers and honkies. Crackers are just like white folk that want to have a good time and be invited to the barbecue. Honkies are those fucking stupid motherfuckers that go diving with sharks and feeding bears and fucking they don't know how to season food. They fucking dance off rhythm. Fuck those people, right?
Yeah, so, I can't stand people who can't season food. Yeah. My daughter is the best. She's become the best cook. Like she was home today it's a snow day, so she made me breakfast. I'm like, oh my goodness, she's actually domesticated. This is great. Really? I mean, listen, she couldn't use a microwave till she was like 11.
Well, that's a pretty good curve. But listen, dude, I actually need to set Crystal up for a class here, so I do got to run.
All right, but I got to work too. We're good.
We'll be back a couple more days this week, probably, depending on weather and all that shit. I hope everybody has a great day. Marc, thank you very much, motherfucker. We'll talk tomorrow. All right,
stay black, y'all.
I'll try. So we'll talk.